Okay, performing patrol assault hose line operation. Given the requirements to perform the fuel operation in the field environment, personnel materials required to perform the task, 13 military operational specialists, qualified in N2F soldiers to assist the spill kit cleanup, spill containment cleanup equipment on a couple of the hose line system, which consists of a 13,000 foot or 4-inch collapsible hose packed in the flaking boxes on each of the Tricon containers. The 350 gallon per minute pumping assembly flow control kit, road crossing guard, hose line suspension kit, hose line assembly, hose line packing kit, repair kit, fire extinguisher, trucking, evacuation kit, air compressor, 250 cubic feet per minute forklift, 10,000 pounds, risk management procedures applicable, material safety data sheets, professional protective equipment, facility response plan, DA Form 2404, equipment inspection maintenance worksheet, DA Form 5988E, equipment inspection maintenance worksheet, DAOD Form 1970 motor equipment utilization record, DA Form 59887E, motor equipment dispatch, full access to reference material, dispatch equipment. Layout, assemble, perform the operator's preventive maintenance check services, and operate, disassemble the assault hose line system, AHS, without damage to equipment, injury to the personnel, and pollution of the environment to adhere to the material safety data sheets. Failure to perform the task correctly may result in damage to the equipment or injury to the personnel. No, in the task, in any of the tasks involving the extensive handling of the petroleum products, make sure that the equipment on the hand of containing the cleanup of the spills, unpack the inspection, position the equipment for the convenient access before the beginning of the task, review the requirements of the task performing in it to ensure the drip pans, wasteful fuel center appropriate size of the containing the waste fuel generated by the task. Use the drip pans at any point of the spill is likely to occur, such as the valves and nozzles. Observe the equipment, take care of the performing tasks, and minimize the possibility of the petroleum spills. If the spill occurs, to immediately stop the operations. Take steps to stop. Containing cleaning up the spills. Report the spills immediately to the supervisor. Apply the risk management procedure. Understand the execution of the risk management procedure process. Risk controls become command guidance undirected by the headquarters. Access the variable hazardous contingency. Report and risk and reduction measures to the appropriate chain of command. Employ the environmental stewardship protection program measures according to task 10192 F1413. Read and understand the unit installation standards, operating the procedures and operating orders. Requirements for requisition, storing, and the handling, the disposing of the hazardous material. All right, 4. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, clothes, gloves, gloves, hearing protection goggles needed to perform when performing any of the fuel operations. Before performing, during, and after operations, the preventive maintenance check services on the system components according to the appropriate technical manuals, and note the DA Form 2404, DA Form 5988E, any faults of the found in the preventive maintenance check services. List of an assault hose line. According to TM 10 38 35 10 24 1, 14 and P, FM 542. List of the load of the 5 flacking boxes of trucks. Ensure the boxes are nested properly. Retain the pins of the place. Secure the boxes on the truck to prevent the sliding. Replace the plywood hose retainer to the fabric hose retainer when the boxes are loaded on the truck. Connect the hoses to the box prior to the loading of the hose. Distribute the hose and allowing the route to recommend the maximum speed of 20 miles per hour. Okay, restore the leading of the edge of the hose at the first 100 feet of the hose and pulled from the box. After the first 100 feet of the hose are grounded, the release of the hose of the weight of the hose is sufficient to pull into the box. Walking in the line as the hose distributed and straighten out the desirable kinks and bends and remove the small obstructions. Lay the hose across the streams. Suspend the hose with the existing bridge using the improved brackets if possible. Lift if possible. Lay the hose of the streamlined, narrow streams and non-prone to flooding and bridge is not available. 3. Suspend the hose from the cable across the wider flood-prone system. Suspend the hose from the cable through the cross of the deep of the steel gauges. Lay the hose across the roads and railroads. Lay Lay the hose under the existing bridge of the culvert if possible. If no bridge is available, lay the hose under the roadbed using the hose crossing guard for the road from road metal for roads and metal pipe for the railroads. For suspending so you got a hose for the crossing guard for the roads and a metal pipe for the railroads. Suspend the hose from the cable over the roadbed or insert the pumping station into the hose line. Insert a pumping station of 15,000 feet on the level ground only. For every 25 foot increase of the elevation of the hose, decrease the distance between the pumping stations 1,000 feet. For every 25 decreases in the elevation, increase the distance between the pumping station 1,000 feet. Increase the pressure storage tank if necessary. If evaluation difference between greater than 45 feet, 450 feet exists along the length of the hose line. Insert the storage in the house of the line of the base of the slope will relieve the static pressure on the hose line. This will keep the static pressure below the maximum safe pressure of the 150 pound per square inch. For placements in pumping stations, the hose line is considered to restart the pressure of the reduction tank outlet. Compensate the hose line inlet outlet pressure variations. Adjust the outlet pressure of the hose line and turn the discharge under pressure knob and on the pumping of the direction indicated the knob of the desired discharge pressure. 2. If the first pump of the hose line system does not have an available inlet pressure of the 220 psi provided in the storage tank, substitute the self-priming flood pump. The fuel system supply point pump is recommended as a substitute. Operate the pump at the speed which will provide a suction pressure of at least 15 to 20 psi. Insert the check valves in the hose line and downstream at the end of the discharge manifold section of each of the pump near the bottom of the long upgraded section. Place the drip hands along the hose line where the leaks are or occur. When the appropriate personnel protective equipment such as goggles, faces, chemical protective gloves, and hearing protection. Operate the hose line and perform before operations, prevent maintenance check services on the pump according to the task 10192 F1415 started the pump, raising the system pressure to the maximum safe operation pressure of the 150 psi and the steps of 50 psi at the time. Inspect the length of the hose of the line at each incremental of the psi before raising the pressure higher. Store the system immediately to the leak occur, report spill immediately to the supervisor and clean them up. Evacuate the 4-inch hose evacuating the 4-inch hose line according to the Federal Field Manual 5482. Evacuate the product of the hose line according to the FM 5482 using the evacuation kick by the gravity if the hose of the line grading sheet allows. Insert the hose clamp at the discharge hose line at one pump 1. Disconnect the hose line at the pump 1, attaching the ball injector with the ball. Apply the hose clamp upstream to the pump 2. Attach the ball receiver ahead of the strainer or in the place of the strainer. Inject compressed air behind the ball in the hose line. Remove the hose clamp. Operate the pump 2 as applied at 20 and 25 as psi of compressed air to the ball to remove the hose line. Repeat the steps 1 through 7 subsequent pump stations. Evaluate air vapor hose line according to the F Field Manual 482. Once the hose is removed from the suction of the hose line cap, its terminal end at the educator of the ball injector on the inlet side of the hose. Attach the air compressor into the inlet side of the educator. Open the air compressor approximately 10 minutes per 1,000 feet to hose to evacuate the air vapor. Retrieve the packing of the 4-inch hose according to the procedure of the Field Manual 482. When flacking in the box along with the hose line at 1,000 foot intervals, retain the last of the box in the collecting vehicle. Pack the hose in the flacking box. Place the end of the hose at the left front of the flacking box. Lay the hose in the string along the box, along the length of the box and left side. Lay the hose on the left, right, across the right of the box, and therefore to the back and forth of the width of the box from the rear front. Evaluation, preparation, see tasks and standards. Apply the risk management procedure. Employ the environmental stewardship and protection measures according to the task 101, 92, 14, 13, and read and understand installation standing operation procedures or operations ordered requirements for requisition, storing, handling, and disposition of hazardous material. When appropriate personnel protective, where appropriate personnel protective equipment performed during and after operation, during and after operations, preventive maintenance check services, components according to the appropriate technical manuals and under the DAA Form 2404, DAA Form 5988E. Any faults when found while performing the preventive maintenance check services. Laid a 4-inch hose line according to the FM 482, TM 10, 38, 35, 241, 14, and A and P. Over the hose line pump, they evacuated 4-line hose according to the FM 5482. Retrieve the packed 4-inch hose line according to the procedures given in the FM 482. Score the soldier go if the performance are passed. Score the soldier no go if the performance measures are failed. If the soldier scores a no go, show what was done wrong and how to do it correctly. DA Form 2404, 5987E, 5988E, DOD Form 1970, Field Manual 1067-1, Field Manual 5482, TM 10, 38, 35, 219, 14, TM 48, 32, 20, 34, 14, TM 5, 43, 10, 40, 50, 452, 14, related Field Manuals 3, 112, and 104. I gotta use the bathroom.